They are very, very excited. You can tell by the noise back there. And this is their rendition of Rip Van Winkle.
Early autumn, a few years before the Revolutionary War. Setting, a village in the Catskill Mountains. I left, there's an inn with a sign, King George Tavern, and a picture of King George III. A British Union Jack hangs on the flagpole. At Rise, Nicholas Vedder, Derek Van Bummel, Ron Dutcher, and Peter Vanderdonk are seated outside the tavern. Vedder is rolled back in his chair. Dutcher and Vanderdonk are at the table playing a game of checkers. Van Bummel is reading out loud from a newspaper. From time to time, a rumble of thunder can be heard in the distance.
And it has been learned that Massachusetts favors a stand-back Congress to be held in New York to protest English taxation in the colonies.
Good, it's high time we did something about this English taxation. Taxes and more taxes. The English are a pack of rascals with their hands in their pockets.
There's even a revenue stamp on newspapers. One of these days, people in the American colonies will revolt. You mark my words.
So here comes one man who is not troubled by his problems. Good afternoon, Miss Van Baum here. Good afternoon, Mr. Schoolmaster. Just looking about, will you? We're probably in for a storm after this heat all day.
Sit down, Rip. Eric is reading us the news.
How about a game of checkers, Rick? I don't know. Dave Van Winkle sent me for a bucket of water, but I maybe have one here. Okay, you're a move, Rick.
Rip Van Winkle.
Oh my golly, guys, this is my wife.
So this is how you draw water from a well, sitting around with a lot of lazy, good-for-nothing loafers. Pick up that bucket, you dawdling Dutchman, and fill it up with water.
Hey there, Dave. I'm on an old rug to be beaten with a broomstick.
Well, you might better be. An old dog is more useful than you. At least it could keep our feet warm in winter, which is much more than you can do. Little that you care, the cow is gone, and your family is starving.
The cow is gone.
Aye, the cow is gone, and the cattle trampled down. When are you going to mend the fence?
I rained yesterday.
If excuses were shillings, we'd be rich.
I've been to fence tomorrow.
Tomorrow. All your work is going to be done tomorrow. You show enough energy when there's a husky mule or an errand to run for the neighbors. But here at home,
Or, as his wife has a scolding his tongue and husband by. A sharp tongue is the only to overdose. You know, refuse. What would you do, Derek, if you had a wife like Van Winkle's? War could be no worse. I would enlist.
There he is. There's Rip Van Winkle.
Hello, Father. I brought some of my friends.
Glad to see you, children.
Oh, Rip, there's something wrong with my boat. Every time I go to shoot, the cord slips.
Hurry, Jacob, and see if that doesn't work.
This is the right note. My head won't say it, Rip.
Now it will be any of the greases just right for it.
my mother wants you to fill up her rain barrel so she'll be able to wash next week.
Farewell, fix it tonight, Catchin.
Rip, will you see what's the matter with my whistle? I made it just the way you showed me, but it's not good.
You haven't whittled it right there, Luke. Here, I'll fix it for you.
What's the story, Father?
Yes, you tell better stories than anybody in the Catskills.
What shall it be about?
Indians. I like witches and goblins best. Oh, Father. Oh, Father, hear that, hear the thunder.
Why don't you know what that is, Judy? That is Hendrik Hudson and his famous crew playing ninepins up in the mountain.
Oh, what a noise they make.
Yes, they're very jolly fellows and sail the wide sea over on their ship, the Half Moon, and every 20 years they come back to the Catskills.
What do they do that for?
Oh, old Hendrik Hudson likes to revisit the country he discovered and keeps a watchful eye over the river, the Hudson.
I wish I could see Hendrik Hudson in his crew.
Peter Vanderdonk says his father saw them once in their funny breeches playing ninepins up in the hills. Listen to the balls rolling. That must be Hendrik Hudson himself, the Flying Dutchman.
So here you are telling stories without a word of truth. Oh, I have to tell a story to myself about a shiftless husband who does nothing but whittle and whistle, whittle and whistle. What a job for a grown man.
It's my whistle. Please don't break your thing, Van Winkle.
Take it and be gone. As for the rest of you, go home if you have any home. And don't keep hanging around here like stray dogs looking for bones. Get along, be gone, all of you. Go home now. Well, what do you have to say for yourself? Nothing, as usual. What are you getting your gun for? Going off? Hunting? No doubt. Anything to keep you out of the house.
Well, wife, you've often told me my side of the house is the outside.
Where's my dog? Where's Wolf?
Wolf is tied up in the cellar.
You didn't tie a hole.
I certainly did. That dog attacked up my kitchen floor right after I finished shredding it. Well, if you're going hunting, then don't come back until you bring something for supper. And if you can't bring any supper, don't bring yourself.
But Mother, it's going to rain.
Pooh, your father won't get as wet as we will in the house with the roof leaking and the windows broken. You hurry home now and bring that bucket of water your father managed to get this far.
Why, turn Wolf loose when you get home.
Father, where will you go if it rains?
I'll find a place. Don't cry, Judy. Remember the little song. Come, we'll sing it together.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Oh, Father, I hope you're on wonderful luck, but Mother won't be so cross.
I don't blame her for being cross with me. Sometimes I guess I don't do much work around here, but I'm going to do better, Judy. I'm going to do all the jobs your mother's been asking me about.
Judy, Judy.
There's your mother. I better be off. Goodbye, Judy dear. Come, Wolf, come, Wolf.
Goodbye, Father. Oh, Luke, listen to that thunder.
It's only Hendrik Hudson's men playing ninepins. Don't be scared, Judy.
I'm not. That is not very.
Judy! Judy! You better go in there or you'll catch it. Your mother's getting awfully free with her broomstick lately. Here, I'll carry your bucket for you.
Time. Later the same afternoon. Setting. A forest glade high in the Catskill Mountains. There is a tree stump at right center and a large bush at far left. At rise, Rip carrying his gun enters left, dragging his feet reeling. He sinks down on the stump.
Phew, this was a long climb all the way up the mountain. How peaceful it is up here. No one waved a broomstick at me. Me. I wonder where Wolf is. Wolf, here, boy. That's it, Wolf. Stick him. I hope we get something this time. We can't go home until we do. The thunder sounds much louder up here in the mountains than down in the valley. Maybe it's gonna rain after all.
Rip and Winkle, Rip and Winkle,
That's my name. Somebody's calling me.
Rip and Winkle.
Is it Dame Van Winkle? No, she would never saw me up here. A ship, Belle, but how? Can it be a ship up here in the mountains? It is a ship. Look at its sails. All is set at the Dutch flag at the masthead. There it's gone. I must have imagined it. Why, my golly gashins, what a funny little man. How strange is he's dressed. Such old-fashioned clothing. Hello, old Dutchman. That keg looks heavy. Let me carry it for you. My golly, it is heavy. Why did you bring this keg all the way up here at the top of the mountain? And who are you?
Don't ask questions. Send it on.
Anything to oblige. Why, bless my soul. Here's a lot of little fellows just like yourself. Who are you?
Hendrik Hudson and his merry crew.
Now, men, let's set up the nine pins and we'll have a game. You there, fill up the dragons. Now then, Rip Van Winkle, will you drink with us?
Why, yes. Thank you, Captain Hudson. I'm quite thirsty after a long climb up the mountain.
To Hendrik Hudson, the half minute's merry crew.
To Hendrik Hudson, the half moon and his merry crew. Well, gentlemen, here's to a go long health, may live long and prosper. This is the best drink I've ever tasted, but it makes me feel very sleepy. Ho hum, I can't keep my eyes open, so guess I'll lie down.
Now, men, let's stop our game of nine pins and have a merry dance. Then we'll be off to return in 20 years.
Look, Rip Van Winkle's asleep.
He whipped the poor fella. He needs to take a good long rest from his nagging wife.
He's still asleep after 20 years.
Oh, my back, it's so stiff. My legs just like pokers. But I feel like I've grown to be an old man overnight. It must be rheumatism coming on. Oh, won't I have a blessed time with Dame Van Winkle if I'm laid up with rheumatism? Well, I'd better get along home to Dame Van Winkle. Why, this rusty old thing is not my gun. Somebody has played a trick on me. Is that Hendrik Hudson and his men? They've stolen my gun and left this rusty one for me. Another scolding in store for the dame. Wolf here. Wolf, the scum stole my dog too. He'd never leave me. Wolf here. Maybe he's found it too cold and be worn by his mistress broomstick. Well, I'd follow after and give my hot welcome too.
20 years after seen one. Same as seen one, except the sign above the tavern door reads Union Hotel, proprietor Jonathan Doodle. A picture of George Washington has replaced that of King George III. Washington's name is printed below the picture and an American flag flutters on a pole above it. An order is standing on a bench haranguing a crowd of townspeople.
Remember the Boston Tea Party? Remember Bunker Hill? Who saved this country? Who's the father of this country?
George Washington, Washington for president. Father and I went down to camp along with Captain Good, and there we saw the men and boys as thick as hasty pudding. Yankee Doodle, keep it up, Yankee Doodle dandy.
Look at him, he looks like a scarecrow. Where did you come from, Daddy Longlegs? Where did you get that gun? Billy Goat, Billy Goat.
By my golly goshkins, what's this?
It's a beard, old Father Time. Didn't you know you had a beard?
But I didn't have one last night.
What do you mean by coming here at election time with a gun on your shoulder and a mob at your heels? You want to cause a riot?
Oh no, sir. I am a quiet man and a loyal subject of King George.
A spy, away with them, lock 'em up.
Hold on a minute. We must get to the bottom of this. Aren't you a supporter of Washington for president?
Yes, supporter of Washington? I don't understand. I mean no harm. I only want to find my friends. They were here at the tavern yesterday.
Who are these friends of yours? Name them.
Well, one is the landlord.
I am the landlord of this hotel, Jonathan Doolittle.
Why? What happened to Nicholas Vedder?
Nicholas Vedder, why he's dead and gone these 18 years.
No, that's impossible. Where's Brom Dutcher and the schoolmaster, Van Bummel?
Brom Dutcher was killed in the war, and Van Bummel went off to the war too. He became a great general and now he's in Congress.
War? What war?
Why, the war we fought against England, and won, of course.
I don't understand. Am I dreaming? Congress? Generals? What's happening?
Now we've had enough of this nonsense. Who are you anyway? What is your name?
I don't know. I mean, I was Rip Van Winkle yesterday, but today...
Don't try to make sport of us, my man.
Oh, indeed I'm not, sir. I was myself last night, but I fell asleep on the mountain, and Hendrik Hudson and this crew changed my gun, and everything's changed, and I'm changed. And I can't tell what my name is or who I am.
Hendrik Hudson, he says, poor chap, he's mad, let's leave him alone.
Is there anybody here who knows who I am?
Well, you're just yourself, old man. Who else do you think you could be? Hush, my field man won't hurt you.
Rip. He said Rip.
Why, I was just telling my little boy not to be frightened.
And what is your name, my little man?
My name is Judith, sir.
Judith? Did you say Judith? And your father, what was his name?
Poor man. His name was Rip Van Winkle. It's 20 years since he went away from home. We never heard of him again.
Well, 20 years.
Yes, he must have been all that. His dog came back without him. I was a little girl then.
And your mother, where is she?
My mother is dead, sir.
Oh, that woman had his home. Well, peace be with your soul. This was your father, Judith.
With all my heart, all the children of the village loved him too.
Don't look at me. Look closely, my dear Judy. I am your father.
You, my father,
Yeah, we used to sing a little song together. Remember? Winkle, twinkle, little star.
yes, my father used to sing that song with me, but many people know that.
Do you remember, Judy, that I told you the story of how Hendrik Hudson and his crew played nine pins in the mountains just before I went out hunting for wolf?
Yes, and Wolf was our dog's name. Oh, father, it really is you.
Yes, my little Judy. Younger Van Winkle once, older Van Winkle now.
Dearest father, come home with me. Luke and I will take good care of you.
Luke.
Luke Gardner, my little playmate, used to make whistles for him and take him fishing. We were married when he came back from the war.
Ah, Lord, there's so much I have to catch up with.
You'll have plenty of time to do that, and you must tell us what happened to you.
Maybe you won't believe what happened to me. Judy, it was all so strange. Oh no, Hendrik Hudson, you don't get me back up there again.
Thanks everyone for coming. I forgot to tell you they were here, but if you would like a memento from the play, it has everyone's name and what their parts were. You're welcome to pick one up on your way out. Thank you.
Thank you.